Hello, I'm Sue Keffer, Chief Human Resources Officer for Fredericksburg City Public Schools. I would like to welcome you to our small community school division represented by our preschool programs, 2 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 1 high school. Living in Fredericksburg, you will have the opportunity for easy access to our state capital, Richmond, Virginia, as well as our national capital, Washington, D.C., while enjoying a close-knit community. Don't get me wrong, Fredericksburg has a beautiful downtown with wonderful local shops and delectable restaurant options if you want to stay in town. When considering a career with FCPS, it is best to hear from our amazing staff. Here are a few testimonials letting you know what to love about being a part of our FCPS family.
Hello to anyone watching that might be considering a career at Fredericksburg City Public Schools. I'm here today with Tara Lewis, one of our wonderful 8th grade teachers at Walker Grant Middle School, and we're just kind of going to talk about what makes FCPS so great. So what made you choose FCPS?
I chose FCPS, one, because it is a small school division, and so I really felt like I wasn't just one of many numbers. I felt like people could really see me here at Fredericksburg City Public Schools.
Okay, great. So what do you enjoy working at FCPS? Like, what are some of the qualities about FCPS that you enjoy while you work here?
One of the things that has been great for me is all of the opportunities to grow professionally. Since I've been at FCPS, I've had opportunities to attend conferences, different ways to develop myself as a profession, and I've just seen myself grow tremendously. So it's been great for professional development and growing.
Great. So you're kind of saying it's not just about growing in, the niche of a teacher, which is wonderful, but
Yes.
There's a lot of opportunities to kind of go outside of that comfort zone a little bit too with the PD and other things you're mentioning.
Yes, I've definitely been pushed beyond my comfort zone as an educator and as a person. There are great people here who do see the potential in you, and they push you to meet those potentials.
Wonderful. And if you could think of maybe 1 or 2 things that you'd say to anyone considering a career at FCPS that might kind of entice them and get them in the door, what would be some of those things that you could think of?
Definitely if you're looking for a place to grow, and if you want to be seen as a person and not just a number, this is definitely a division that you want to come to.
Great. Well, thank you for watching, and we hope that if you're taking a look at this, that you consider a career at Fredericksburg City Public Schools, because we would love to have you. Thank you so much.
Because it felt warm and inviting. I felt comfortable, like I belong there. I still feel that way today. One of the things that I like about working for Fredericksburg City Public Schools is the fact that it is a smaller district, but everyone is able to collaborate and work together. I see our superintendent, Dr. Catlett, walk through our schools very frequently, which is something that makes me feel that central office cares about what's going on in their schools.
Hello, I am here with one of our wonderful Walker Grant Middle School teachers, Emily Sissel. She is a social sciences teacher here, and I just want to talk to her today about what makes FCPS so special. So how long have you been here?
This is my 2nd year teaching.
Okay, great. And what kind of drew you into coming to FCPS?
There was a lot of flexibility with how I could design my own classroom. Like when I came in, I started out just teaching civics last year, and they wanted a total revamp and reboot of the whole curriculum. And so I actually was able to redesign and write everything myself.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay,
added
great.
new stuff, which was exciting. So they gave me a lot of autonomy to kind of, make it a more modern teaching environment.
Sure.
Because stuff was pretty outdated.
And what would you say is probably one of the key differentiating factors from FCPS versus other places that you've worked at?
It's an incredibly diverse school, which is pretty diverse because we're kind of surrounded by Stafford County and Spotsy County, which are pretty diverse depending on what region you're in because they're both super big. And then it's a much smaller district, so you kind of get to know everybody, which is nice.
Great, great. And what would you say to someone that is potentially considering a career at FCPS?
You get the opportunity to work with a lot of really great teachers that have worked in a variety of places and environments and have chosen to stay here for their own individual and specific reasons, but we all choose to stay here for a reason, and that's because we love teaching and the kids and we love the city.
So it's kind of, the general atmosphere is kind of what keeps people around.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time, and if you're considering a career at FCPS, we hope you take a look at our listings. We're having a job fair coming up, and the info for that will follow this section.
My first year being part of Fredericksburg City Public Schools, I came from North Carolina with prior teaching experience in 5th, 3rd, and 2nd grade. My husband's job brought us up to Virginia, and as I was searching for different school districts, I came across Fredericksburg, and I absolutely fell in love.
So why did I choose Fredericksburg City Public Schools? Well, the main reason why I chose Fredericksburg City Public Schools is just very simple. I feel at home.
Fredericksburg City School District has been a great place to work so far. I was drawn to it because I knew some teachers who had already worked in my building, and they had nothing but great things to say about it.
I'm finishing up my 3rd year here in Fredericksburg City Schools, and I am so glad that I made the choice to work here.
As a career switcher with over 30 years serving my country, I was very convinced that my real world experience was considered a plus for their education. Look, I get it. As a career switcher, our resumes have very little, if any, teaching or public teaching experience. But we do have significant experiences that would benefit, and I can tell you my personal experience has benefited my students.
We often are asked by those who are considering a teaching position in our division what supports are in place for our new teachers. While there are a number of ways that we support our new teachers, one opportunity that we have in place is our mentor program. New teachers at the elementary, middle, and high school are paired with a mentor at the beginning of the school year. Throughout the year, mentors and mentees meet, and mentors assist to develop, support, and to retain highly effective teachers. They share their professional knowledge, discuss teaching specific topics, and form positive relationships with their mentees, all of which can contribute to a successful first year.